Well, there's another heat wave here in the UK, but we still have stuff to do here. So there's a lot of controversy when I built this. As you can see, I have upgraded it slightly. A load of boards here to put all the electrics on. It doesn't leak. We've had, I think, 3 major downpours, absolutely major downpours. It didn't leak. The wind generally comes from over here, right? So if it is going to leak, it'll be somewhere in here. But honestly, I'm 66 years old. I've got a fair amount of experience with cheap sheds. But the main problem today is putting all the cables through a couple of these bends here, and just in the right place on the side of the cabinet. Because I'm a cheapskate, right? I managed to get the Ethernet block actually through one of these, so I don't have to disassemble that. I've taken the mains off, unplugged it obviously at the other end, but to run the jigsaw I'm going to have to reconnect that. So somebody said that the shed is going to rot really quickly with the OBS board. The OBS board is about that far. It's actually built on treated timbers, stop worrying about it, and it's on it's a rubber mat which dries really quickly, so nothing's actually sitting on the earth. Alright, these are my 2 transmit feeders to the shack. Luckily everything is just about the right length to go through 2 of these 90 degrees, but I have to put everything through here, sort of pretend to connect it up. Alright, I'm hoping that fits. Oh yes it does. Just. Oh, I'll never get this off again. Ever. Now the only fly in the ointment is this. This is not long enough. So I will actually put another kink in there. This may never ever be used again, in fairness, because all my control wires are now over Ethernet, you know, to kit in here. So we'll see. Do you know, it's quite interesting that everything I've ever done in this field, someone claims I've done it wrong, and I haven't had a problem. I shouldn't run mains and coax down the same thing. If it was an industrial installation, I would agree, but it's just my shack. I can do what the hell I bloody want, to be honest. And I don't get, as long as everything's choked off and high quality coax, it's not going to kind of what I call leak RF. So I like doing things on the cheap. This is the only thing I've bought really, are these things. And then we have a little thing that looks like this. We've just got enough. Look at that. Just got enough. Good Lord. Well, I think it's just a case of getting a Sharpie. I mean, that's got a bit of movement, even if I get it a bit wrong. So the hole is roughly there. I'm just trying to work out how to put the how big the diameter of the hole is. It's basically this less that, which is so. Oh, let's connect the mains up again. Look a little bit dangerous, but tough really. That is a separate earth for this. We've had all this tested, incidentally. The earth does work very well here, and the trip is tripping in something like, oh, less than a cycle. There we are. I filmed the guy who did all the testing and then managed to bloody format the card. So we never, and I never made that video, but it was a good video, all about station earth. I'm not qualified to talk about it. I just know it works, you know. So I've got to get an accurate 150mm hole somewhere along the line. and do we cut it from the outside or the inside? So I think what we'll do is we'll do a pilot hole. Right, now I've had time to think about this. Incidentally, DX10 is exactly 150mm all the way around. You know, when you've never done something before, you just have to think about it. I'm just making approximate holes. That is plywood. So that's the top dead centre, I think. Let's put a side in there, I would say. So if that's there, this is going to be, yeah, about that's fine. I can work out the diameter from here. Obviously managed to split it slightly, that doesn't matter. We will mostly cut that out. Let's get some room going. Don't move. That'll do. See if this fits now. Yeah, that'll be alright. Hey! Massive heat wave again here in the UK. We've had a few torrential downpours as well, you know, for a few hours apiece. Shed didn't leak though. And yesterday I did a bit of maintenance on these two antennas for the IOTA contest coming up. I thought I would do a kind of a DX Commander only contest, you know, no Yagi. Just see how well it does, you know. Do I do low power or high power? You know, see, high power is more fun because you get more contacts. But I don't know. How many people have got an amplifier? Is it about half? 20%? 10? I have no idea. I forgot to hit the record button, but don't worry. So this will fit in that gland. So I thought I needed a piece of tube. I've got a 3 metre length of it. And but no need. Yeah, so I'll just, instead of doing that, I'm going to move the shed, a whisker, into this area here. And easy. Let's have a look. I say easy. I've moved it. I moved it once before, and it's a bit heavier now. Because funny enough, all that wood that I painted probably weights it up. Anyway, just want an inch. Then put the camera over here. You can watch me faff around. Okay, I mean, it's almost pushed itself in. I want it to go in a whisker further though. Okay, that's sealed. It's a bit of an angle. Is that a problem? Right, that won't go down any further. Oh well, at least it'll drip in. Let's have a look inside. All right. That's fine. I mean, how wet will it get before that completely deteriorates? Ooh, I can just get to that as well. Very handy. I'm thinking about cable entry and exit now, actually, already. This is for a server rack. I thought if I put it low down, you know, it's one of these, you know, it just, well, I'm just drilling holes for stuff. I could, you know, maybe just push cables through. If we put it low down out the way, I'm wondering. Oh, there's a big beetle there. Look at that. I don't know what to do. I'm normally not stuck. I mean, I could put another board under here. I could fit it directly to this thing, but I don't like that. The idea of that. I could put it above. Let's have a look. I'm thinking just for odds and ends, not so much like Ethernet cables, not major coax. To be honest, I was thinking of putting it out the other side, and now that we've had success with this, maybe I could, do a similar thing on the other side. I've put a board there intentionally, and as you saw, I've screwed the board to the slats here. Otherwise, the slats will fall apart when we cut it, And it is secured, and all the slats are secured in the corners as well. So are the boards. So, all right. So let me think about this. Let's put it above. That's what we'll do. We'll put this on the outside. Couple of screws. Don't know what I'm doing really. It's something we need to think about. Because I can get all this wired up today. I need to get like the earth in, the outside Ethernet in, things like that, So, I can't bother to get my spirit level. I'm thinking there. Straight enough, we will put a hole each end and go from there. I've just realised before I do anything, I actually fit the main socket inside. Otherwise I'll be in and out reconnecting the mains and so on. So let's drill a couple of holes for the time being, just under there. And that's the beginning of the line. I'm going slowly so I don't splinter all the plywood at the other end. I probably have, but anyway. Alright, so we draw a line from A to B, top and bottom. Enough maybe so that an EcoFlex connector, which is pretty big actually, 20mm or something. Oh, we got one of them. We'll eyeball that. Let's get the mains in. Where are we going to put the main socket? Oh, good. So they're the two holes. We'll put mains top right out of the way. Let's get the socket. I have found some small screws I bought a while ago with a big fat head. Sounds a bit like me, but I can assure you it isn't. Now I will temporarily attach the ground wire because I've got no shack equipment. But the man who did the testing for me, he said I don't need this ground wire. I need my Stanley knife, hang on. I can't even remember the guy's name, he's ever so nice. Yeah, real pleasant fellow. Anyway, the point is, we have a station ground here in the field. So I shouldn't need to connect this ground as well. That's the point. There we are. I'll shut up now. Let's just connect the mains. Then we can do some more jigsawing. Hello again. Sharpie. Oh, tell me the Sharpie's not in it. Sharpie, found it. Right, so we just need to draw a couple of lines really. Nicely done. It needs a spirit level. We'll go from there to there. And I don't want to go the whole depth. That'd be quite nice to inset it, wouldn't it? On the outside. You see, because it's... whatever. I'm thinking. Oh yes, bit of gentle persuasion. Lovely. And get odd cables in and out. So now I've got some stainless screws and stuff. So I'll lift. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind it, like the odd gap. Let's screw that in now. So the only thing I've really bought for this whole project is the shed, and it's the cheapest half reasonable price shed I could find. The U-tubing thing, the 90-degree bends and the 4-inch pipe and the flange, and all the wood and stuff was scrap. Because gravity is on our side. If it leaks through, it'll drip down onto the floor and seep away. But that'll be extremely rare if we get an easterly wind. Most of our wind here is westerly. Alright, so if you remember, we had the earth cable, which we will tidy up and plumb in there. So an upside down and a right way up for that. It's gone in anyway. My big station ground, which is this one here, that is not going to reach. I mean, I could maybe do something, right, with a through bolt and a piece of aluminium at the other end. Right, let's do that mains cable again. Let's have the dash inside again. I want to do what the electrician fella did and tape off this ground. We're not connected. As I said, this has been fully tested. Left them out here. I could have done with a slightly bigger screwdriver actually. Never mind. See, once I've got mains in here, I can start putting the router in, and I've got, we've got a ton of gear to go on the back panel here. All the remote switches, and if Simon, G4 TVR, is watching, he dropped me a WhatsApp on holiday. He said, when are you going to make another video about those genius switches? I want to know whether to get the 8 times AB switch. I don't know if I'll do that again, actually, but there we are. Good, so that's in. I don't know if I can do any more today. It's literally boiling hot. Oh, it looks nice from here, though. Look, there's a lamb over there. When does a lamb become a sheep? I think it's about the 1 year stage. So that is, they've just been shorn, the sheep. They have just been shorn. That's mummy there on the right, baby on the left, and she's calling for our other one, which is, you'd think I'm a wild animal. I mean, I was just standing there, and they know me as well. I'm always in there. Of course, one freaks, they all go, don't they? Okay, we've got the plug socket in. I think it's time where to put Ethernet. probably right next to it. I'm thinking anyway. It might look like I've been at normal speed today, but I can tell you I'm working really slowly. I better leave a gap. Oh, I thought one cabinet would have been enough, but and it would have been, unless I had this stupid ambition to create a multi-2 station, which needs, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, it's almost easier, to be honest, to put a multi-multi in than a multi-2. Multi-2, you need automatic filtering for every band. You can't just say, oh, that's the 160 metre radio. This is the 80 metre radio. Everybody's going to be able to go everywhere. I'm on 10 metres, I might want to go 20 now. And my friend might be on 15, he might want to go to 40 now. And he might not want that antenna, he might want a different one. Dual VFO radio, he's going to want a different antenna in a different ear, you know. Or receive jack, you know. Ethernet. Actually, let's see if we get the camera running now. So, what have we got here? This is, Wi-Fi. Let's get the Wi-Fi. Alright, plenty of cable for that. This goes inside. That's the 24 volt to 48 volt converter. This cable's too long, so we'll get one on the right side. I think this is 5 meters. I hate cables that are too long because you just never know what to do with them, and I don't like terminating Ethernet, you know, with big clumsy hands. Takes me 18 goes and I still get it wrong, blah blah blah. Alright, I just thought actually we could always put an aluminium strip across the top of this, you know, for weatherproofing, even on a flap, you know. I don't know which one was which, it doesn't matter because both of these, I mean, both of these are temporary actually. Where's the black one? There. We can go inside in a minute, make sure all that works. Well, I'll know it works because we'll be able to get on the Wi-Fi in the field in a minute. Alright. Got an 8-port router, whatever you want to call it, for in here. So that's plywood that end. And I've got plywood around the other side as well. And then this is a piece of MDF. So what I did, I just painted it like 3 or 4 times. Just, you know, it's not going to go anywhere. I've used MDF in damp environments. I mean, sure, you don't want to actually get wet. But, you know, modern MDF is from a reputable dealer. Shouldn't be too bad. If it's slightly damp. Right, let's see if we're on the Wi-Fi. Oh. Maybe it takes forever to boot up. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, we don't need mains for this. Oh, maybe I got all this back to front the wrong way around. Maybe. Alright. The camera is on a white lead. I got it back to front. So that goes directly to the switch. And then this goes to whatever the other one is. There it is. Field connected. Okay, so next job is we'll get the switch out here, the 8-way switch. I'm talking not a coax switch. Not a coax switch. What I'm talking about is the Ubiquiti Ethernet switch. Okay, we've got an 8-port version coming in. We've got 2 Genius 8x2 switches. We've got the AB switch, the OM module, power supplies. Basically, the back of this board here is going to be used up with fancy coax switching. And then I just thought we need a exit port. I think we'll just use one of those down things that we used the other side. That seems to have worked fine. Alright, so I mean that's what I've been doing. I came back from holiday and I've just been painting boards and cutting holes. But I've got 2 weeks and then we've got the IOTA contest. And in that time I want to finish off this, finish a couple of things in the field, and ideally get the 4 square operation if I've got time, put the new rotator on the tower. But we'll see. I normally say enjoy your radio, right? And what I will say is I'm just looking forward to a bit of rain. Thank you very much indeed. Bye for now.